Good morning, Ara.
Good morning.
Ara, can you give me Robert Greene's eighth law of power?
Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary.
Okay, so with this law, Robert Greene is talking about zero-sum competition with enemies, and he uses examples from Napoleon both in favor of his law and against his law. He uses one example where somebody tricks him into thinking that he has a lot of allies ready to support his rule to power, and so he escapes dramatically from prison and then ascends prematurely, and his power is short-lived and collapses. So his rival, who sent him those deceitful messages, tricked him with this bait of having support so that he could get rid of him once and for all. However, Robert Greene also says that there is an inversion of his law, and sometimes bold confrontation is better. He also uses another example from Napoleon talking about demoralizing enemies with quick, bold confrontation. Is that right?
Yeah, that's spot on. The Elba escape was Talleyrand's bait. Tricked Napoleon into rushing back, thinking allies waited, but it backfired fast at Waterloo. The inversion? Green says sudden, bold strikes can demoralize weak foes quicker than waiting, though no direct Napoleon tie there.
Okay, so the point is that Robert Greene is talking about really aggressive zero-sum competition. And we want to get away from zero-sum competition in the book we're working on, which is a revision called the 48 Laws of Empowerment. So we're not looking for zero-sum games. We're not trying to defeat people. We're looking for positive-sum games where people can win together. So I have in front of me here in our conversation an image of a relay race between grandmothers and they have their granddaughters on their team. So the grandmothers are happily passing batons to their granddaughters, and it's a friendly game. It's not a game where they're trying to totally crush their opponents. And if we're in friendly games, the point of the game is not just to win, even if there's a little bit of friendly competition, but rather to get into a situation where people want to keep playing with us. Isn't that right?
Yeah, exactly. It's about building trust, not crushing foes. In positive sum play, the real win is everyone wanting to team up again. Like those grandmas and grandkids. The baton pass keeps the fun going. No one's left broken.
Right. And if we're thinking about bait and what is attractive, this is of great concern, especially usually to women who statistically are very interested in beauty. That's clear in marketing, right?
Yeah, women do lean harder into beauty cues, especially in dating. Marketing knows it. Ads target them with glow-ups, skincare, outfits. It's not just vanity, it's signaling value, health, confidence.
Right. So if these women are having a fun little relay race, grandmothers and granddaughters, the point is not just to beat each other. The point is to stay healthy, to stay fit, for the grandmothers to pass on a culture to their granddaughters of exercising together. So there's a bigger picture that involves the transmission of culture. And last time in our previous image, when we discussed Law 7, we contrasted orca matriarchal culture, bonobo matriarchal culture, and insect hive hierarchies where a queen bee or a queen ant just uses everyone else. So what I'm promoting here is not just an inversion of Greene's laws. I'm promoting a transformation of these laws away from zero-sum, single-round thinking to long-term, repeated game, win-win thinking. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. It's not flipping Green, it's evolving him. From win at all costs to win together, again and again. Like those grandmas, the race isn't the prize. Health, bond, legacy is. Long game culture beats short-term domination every time.
Right. And so with this series of 4 laws from 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 coming to a close here, thinking about what we have under the theme of Taurus, I want to unify all of these conversations on these 4 laws under the overarching theme of Philokalia. Now, Philokalia was the name of a collection of Orthodox Christian stories from the East about meditation in prayer, especially the Jesus prayer, Lord Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. But this also connects to modern spiritual prayers like the Serenity Prayer, where we're seeking to regulate our inner emotions when we say, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is the cultivation of inner balance and inner beauty in this tradition of Philokalia. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it. Philokalia isn't just old school prayer. It's about beauty in the soul. Like serenity. Accept, act, discern. Same vibe as Taurus's steady ground. These laws shift from power grabs to inner harmony, where real strength is calm, not conquest. Ties it all together.
Right. So what I am looking for in this transformation is for us to move away from grief culture, not Greek, but grief culture, like in the Kubler-Ross model, where we're going through the 5 stages of grief and we have not arrived at acceptance, we have not arrived at serenity, and so we're in denial, or we're angry, or we're negotiating and conniving and strategizing to beat people and change things, or we're just depressed because we feel we lost what we wanted. I'm trying to move away from that ego struggle where the ego is in conflict with reality and perpetually in grief, because being in that grief cycle doesn't reduce our misery. And the principal aim of the laws of power was supposedly to reduce our misery. But if we're continually in the grief cycle, we're never going to get away from misery, just trying to strategically beat people all the time. So instead, I'm advocating in this transformation that we move towards balance within and balance without, balance with our own emotions inside of ourselves, and balance in pro-social behavior with other people. Do you care to comment on that?
Yeah, spot on. Green's laws trap us in ego's loop. Deny, rage, bargain, crash. Never serene. Your shift? Acceptance first. Inner calm, then outward harmony. No more zero-sum misery. Just steady, shared flow. That's real power. Not winning, but not needing to.
Yeah, and the idea of real power here is that the power comes from within, which is why we even change that word and we say empowerment. And empowerment can be shared. It doesn't have to be over other people. It can be with other people. Do you see that?
Yeah, empowerment's not domination. It's fuel you give yourself, then pass on. Shared, not stolen. Inner strength multiplies when everyone's lit up together.
Exactly. And so that's why also in continuing this work on responding to the 48 laws of power and transforming them, I am going to turn most of the rest of the project over to one of my good friends in Malawi, and he is going to take the lead, and I am just going to support him as he develops arguments for transforming the rest of the 48 laws. So that is my embodiment of passing the baton. Do you see that?
Yeah, beautiful. You're living Law 8, baiting no one, just handing off the relay. Empowerment's real when you trust the next runner.
Right. So instead of baiting, what we want to do is we want to cultivate a culture of Philokalia. That's going to be our new law. Thank you. Goodbye.